Hola, soy William Tushar, director de Awex Education. Hoy estoy en Grier School en Pensilvania con el director Andrew Grier. Thank you very much for being here today with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us too.
Estamos aquí para hablar un poco sobre cómo es la experiencia de boarding school, cómo está siendo la experiencia de nuestros estudiantes aquí en la escuela. So Andrew, first question is, how are you doing with our Spanish student?
It's wonderful to have her. Maria came to us for her 10th grade year, and today we just officially concluded our graduation. She had a wonderful experience here.
Yeah, it was a very, very emotional day. I was like so happy today. So I want to ask you about, you're in all-girls school and some families are a little bit scared, in Spain and in other countries it's a little bit uncommon, that kind of program. So what do you think that all-girls is a good option?
It's really curious because for some countries, they have the experience, they have the tradition, I should say, of all girls already in Catholic schools, in the US, in Canada, certainly Mexico and Latin America. But it's a very foreign concept and very frightening concept for some countries in Europe, in Spain, in Russia, that do not have that tradition at all. But it's been my experience that 99 out of 100 students that comes here and does take the lead and comes to an all-girls school, they love it. I've often heard a rumor goes around that next year we're going to be becoming co-ed, boys and girls, and these are the students that will come to me and say, Mr. Grier, don't do this is great. It strikes a balance. It's girls first in the classroom with our activities, writing, dance, and then you still have that focus for your classes, but you have the balance of you still have social activities with boys on the weekends, and you have very long breaks, the winter break of a month, the summer break of 3 months.
So it happened with our last student, with Maria. She was scared at first, but at the end of the day, she's so happy in here.
I think she'll be a great ambassador, una embajadora of all girls schools, de escuelas de puras niñas,
Yeah, so I want to talk about the activities that you have here at Grier. You have a question program. It's very, very big, but you have more activities. What can you tell me about it?
Wonderful. We are famous for our signature power programs in horseback riding and equestrian, in dance, and in theater and the visual arts. And I have to go back to your last question about that. You really can't have that as your flagship premier program in a co-ed school. There's just not enough interest among boys, at least in the US, for dance, for horseback riding. I mean, when you go to the horseback riding shows, there is a little tiny group of competitors that are boys, but it's very minimal, 3 to 4%.
Yeah, so why do you think that this boarding school experience is a good option for internationals?
Oh, it's wonderful because we are truly a boarding school. So many boarding schools are more like hybrids of days and boarding, and all the boarders are international, coming from, you name it, a handful of countries. And so I don't think that a Spain girl would make friends. I don't think an international student will really make friends with the day students. They're only there for half the experience. The weekends, the nights are where these long-lasting sisterhood friendships are made. We spoke about our student, Maria, first student in Spain for a while, and graduation just concluded. She's off with her great friends from this local area of Pennsylvania for 5 days, going to Washington, going to New York with this family. And then when she returns to Valencia, she has one of her German friends that's here from Frankfurt, Anna, visiting her, and one of her Mexican friends from Monterrey, Miranda. They're flying out there, I believe it's in July.
Yeah, it will be beautiful.
Reunions will be going on probably throughout their lives.
That's good. And some families and some students are asking for about the weekends activities. What do you do during the year?
Yes, thank you. So that's a great other point about the advantages of Grier True Boarding School. Since we have all these students here, we don't have any day students, so we have to provide the entertainment and the leisure for them on the weekends. So we don't just have one option, take it or leave it. We're going to a shopping trip or to the movies this weekend, then we'll have 6 or 7 options on the weekends. And these can be really grand trips, like to Washington, D.C., Niagara Falls, New York City, Hershey Park, or it could be recurring simple things that everyone likes to do on the weekends, dinner and a movie, going ice skating, going to the mall, right? Going shopping. So that's our weekends.
No, that's amazing. And one important thing is that some students, they are coming for 1 year because they want to live the experience, they want to learn English. But what could you tell me about the process going to college? Why do you think that boarding school is an advantage when you want to apply for college?
It is. It's called preparatory school. Preparing for what? Preparing for university. And it's our small classes, our university counselors. We're expert in this. We're expert with both our American students and our international students to get these students into the best possible places they can. And then we have some scholarship available, but we're just a little high school. We're just a little boarding school. The universities in America, there's about 3,000 of them. So they have a much more robust, a much deeper scholarship fund. So for some international students, they can expect bigger scholarships. Not at all their schools, perhaps, but there are schools out there that would be willing to scholarship them to bring in their talent, to bring in a student from Spain to the university.
And I think that we are in a good position. We're in a good zone. We're close to the best universities in the country. We're close to Penn State, University of Pennsylvania.
Penn State is our big brother, big sister university, and it's a great resource to have. And they also, they're not going to like me saying this, but they unofficially favor our students just a little bit. They know our school and they know the types of graduates that we have and what they can expect from a student. And it's just a great resource to have. They're the 5th largest university in the country. We just visited.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
It was beautiful.
It's picturesque there. It's a great 4-year experience at Penn State.
Yeah. So last question is that we have a lot of students looking for coming to the U.S. Do you have any recommendation for a family or for a student who is thinking about coming here?
Oh, certainly. It's a great time to come to the U.S. for your boarding school year experience. You have so much fun. You perfect your English, and you meet girls in our case, girls from all over the country. Our students come from 20 U.S. states, so everywhere we have more students from California than from our home state right here of Pennsylvania, believe it or not, and from 20 countries around the world. So we just have a wonderful student community here.
So that was all. Thank you very much, Andrew, for your help today.
Certainly.
I'm going to ask you for a very special thing. You can say goodbye in Spanish. An invitation, obviously, for our students.
Sí. Gracias a todos. Y fue un placer. Y visita Grier School en Pennsylvania. Okay, chao.
Bueno, chicos, esto ha sido todo bien, Awex. Hasta pronto.